I reached out to you on WhatsApp and you've done me a pack within about 5 minutes, and we sold that to an investor straight away, and we charged £3,000 commission. Well, as soon as we emailed out that night, someone agreed to buy it.
So you sold your second deal within like a few hours, literally?
A few hours, yeah. They all want me to send them the deals before I send them to anyone else, because that was the part of the jigsaw that we were missing, was sourcing them at the start.
Over the past 3 months, I've been helping Sean build his property sales business. Originally, he ran a project management service and a viewing service for investors, and he knew that he was leaving a lot of money on the table by not offering the full service offering. So we went into his business, we rejigged a few things, and we put a proper business plan in place to enable him to actually build a property sales service as part of his business. And since then, he has closed his first 2 deals in the first 6 weeks of him operating the business, and has made considerable amounts of money in the process. So Sean, we met in, I think, October, November time.
Yeah.
For a chat, because you wanted to start offering services to basically help people invest in property. And the services that you were currently offering was like viewing services. You were getting social housing contracts for investors as well. And you wanted to basically kind of build your offer so that you can essentially make more revenue for your business.
Definitely.
You invest in property currently, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
And what was it that kind of made you want to go down that route? Is it because you saw that you were potentially leaving money on the table by not offering that service? Or was it just something that you sort of wanted to just do because you were getting a lot of investors coming through to you that wanted to build portfolios and you didn't currently offer that service?
Yeah, so we were getting a lot of investors in who wanted the end-to-end service. So they wanted us to bring the properties to them. They wanted us to renovate them and then get a social housing contract on the back end. And the only thing we were missing was bringing them the properties. We were doing everything else. And then when I seen you speak in the Papa Dom's event, you said, didn't you, to everyone in the room, that you're going to start offering coaching. And then I reached out and said to you, I'd like to be a part of it. And then that's how it all happened. And then I think I was one of your first ones.
Yeah. So obviously we met, didn't we, in the Municipal Hotel, and I think it was maybe like October, November time, put together the business plan, give you kind of like a bit of a roadmap on the exact steps of what we need to take.
Yeah.
We even optimize your Instagram. And I remember, because you sent me a message on WhatsApp within like, was it like a day?
Yeah.
You started getting DMs.
Yeah.
Literally just from changing something in your Instagram bio.
And I wouldn't have done that if you hadn't told me.
Yeah. So you were getting literally investors and sellers coming through to your DM straight away just from tweaking something really, really small. And then was it 2 weeks later you managed to sell your first deal?
Yeah, you helped me. Yeah, I got a property through Instagram that someone wanted to sell, and I reached out to you on WhatsApp, and you've done me a pack within about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Of everything that needed to be in the pack about the property.
Nice.
And then I emailed it out, and someone bought it straight away.
Yeah, and we obviously went through the step-by-step process, didn't we? So like, this is what you do here, this is what you do here, this is the next step, this is when the memorandum of sale is sent out. And
because I didn't know all the little steps in between, because I hadn't done it before. So that's why it was good for you to have you on the WhatsApp, because you do respond very quickly, and that's what you need when there's a sale going through. We needed answers quick, and it was our first one, so we obviously needed to lean on you a little bit more just to see what was going on, and we just didn't have all the pieces lined up. And then that's when you were like came in and lined them all up for us.
And how have you found, and also since, just touching on that as well, so you got the first deal after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks after that, you then got the second deal.
Yeah.
So what was the first deal that you managed to close, and what was the commission that you earned on that?
So the first deal was 4 bedrooms, a 4-bedroom property that was already rented to a social housing contract, and it was bringing in £1,100 a month. And we sold that to an investor straight away, and we charged £3,000 commission.
Nice. So that was a turnkey deal, just ready to rent out from day one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the second one was another turnkey. He was going to put it with he was going to pay an estate agent and put it on the open market, and they weren't coming out for like 2 weeks to take photos and list it. And I was speaking to him on Instagram, giving him a bit of advice, and I said, why don't you let me try and sell it within them 2 weeks, and then you might not have to pay the estate agent's fees. And he said, go on then. So we put a pack together and we sent it out, and it sold straight away.
Yeah. So what would you say was important in that scenario then? That the speed of you just actually dealing with the seller directly, and instead of waiting to go out and maybe give them a valuation, or give them like an official approach to it.
Yeah. He was happy
As
with the
opposed to
speed.
that, you just literally said, look, let me see if I can shift it for you.
Yeah.
This is the price we think we can get for you. And you got a buyer literally within a few days.
Straight. Well, as soon as
Straight
we emailed
away.
out that night, someone agreed to buy it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sent us the-
you sold your second deal within like a few hours,
Oh,
literally.
a few hours, yeah. But all the numbers stacked up because we'd asked you on, and we'd sent
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
We'd asked you on WhatsApp and that. And then once you confirmed all the numbers had stacked up, it sold straight away.
Unbelievable. And then what was the fee that you earned on that one?
That was another 3,000.
3K.
Yeah,
So 6K that you potentially would have left on the table
definitely, yeah.
beforehand if you didn't offer that service.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was literally just the first couple of weeks, and it was only our first two as well, so we're learning more as we go on, and obviously we're going to get better and stronger, aren't we,
Yeah.
as time goes on.
Definitely. So obviously the service that you started with initially was like helping people like view properties who are like based hours away,
Yeah, and renovations. that
and
was the main-
renovation, so project management as
Yeah.
well. And the reason you were doing that is because you invest in property yourself, so you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You obviously know on the renovation side how to manage a project because you do it yourself for your own properties. And then you moved into now the full sales cycle, so you're helping people actually build a portfolio. So I guess you've been able to build up a bit of a audience of investors from the previous stuff that you was doing,
Definitely, yeah.
and then that's now helping you be able to sell and yeah, build that side of the business out. So how, one last question really, like how have you found things so far from like launching this service, and how have you found it like working with me really?
Working with you has been brilliant. Like I said, like you are very, very quick on the replies on WhatsApp and stuff like that. And that's what we needed at the start, because we didn't know the ins and outs of it all, and we did have loads of questions. And you were like very quick on answering them, and that's what we needed to get them sold quick. So we were made up about that. What was the first question?
So how are you finding things since you've actually launched this new part of your business in terms of like the sales side of it? Like how are you finding it day to day? How are you finding like the operations to it? Like, you know, what are you
I'm enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
so all what I've been doing is like chasing the solicitors up and stuff like that, and asking for updates and stuff like that, and then giving them to the buyers and the sellers and that. And all the investors that I currently work with, I've told all them that we're starting to do now, and they're all made up. They all want me to send them the deals before I send them to anyone else,
Yeah.
because that was the part of the jigsaw that we were missing, was sourcing them at the start. So
Yeah.
I've already got the Instagram page has given me like a lot of like a lot of investors that already work
a
with us.
lot of credibility as well?
Yeah. So that's the way I was looking for, yeah. So that's why they all want to they want the full service of us, the end-to-end service.
And would you say it's important for people to like prioritize social media as well?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I wouldn't be sitting here if it weren't for my social media page.
No.
No.